Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and today we have absolutely massive breaking NFL news shaking up the league. Brandon Aiyuk is joining the Dallas Cowboys, and this move has instantly lit the football world on fire because it doesn't just tweak the Cowboys' offense, it fundamentally transforms it. Now, before we dive deep into how this changes the NFC landscape, the Cowboys' entire offensive identity, Dak Prescott's outlook, and even how opposing defenses will have to completely overhaul their game plans, let's take a moment to appreciate just how seismic this shift really is. Brandon Aiyuk is not just another receiver. He's not just a speed guy, not just a route technician, not just a deep threat. He's the rare combination of all those traits blended into one dangerous, explosive playmaker. His ability to separate from defenders is elite. His yards after catch explosiveness is something only a handful of receivers in the league can pull off, and his versatility means he can line up outside, in the slot, in motion, on crossing routes anywhere you can imagine. The Cowboys landing a talent of this magnitude signals something crystal clear. Dallas is done waiting, done playing conservative with roster moves, and done settling for good enough. They want to win now, and they are willing to shake the NFL news cycle to make it happen. And this acquisition comes at a moment when the Cowboys desperately needed another offensive spark. For years, Dallas fans have been begging for that second dominant weapon alongside CeeDee Lamb, someone who can force defenses to stop double-teaming Lamb, someone who can punish single coverage, someone who can win one-on-one routes consistently, someone who forces defensive coordinators to stay up all night drawing up ways to slow him down. Aiyuk is exactly that guy. He's the kind of player defensive backs hate lining up against because he's too quick for big corners, too strong for small corners, too sharp with his route running for inexperienced corners, and too explosive after the catch for any defense to relax on a single snap. And think about Dak Prescott for a moment. Dak has put up big numbers with Lamb, but defenses knew how to key in on Dallas. They'd roll coverage to Lamb's side, shrink the passing windows, force Dak to hurry through his reads, and dare other receivers to beat them. With Aiyuk now in the mix, that entire defensive strategy collapses instantly. Dak now has two receivers who can create separation at an elite level, two receivers who can win their matchups on the outside, two receivers who can stretch the field vertically or attack it horizontally, and two receivers who can shred zone defenses and blitz heavy schemes. This makes the Cowboys unpredictable, which is one of the greatest advantages an NFL offense can have. And when you add the fact that Aiyuk is dangerous on jet sweeps, screens, motion plays, and even decoy routes, you start to understand that this isn't just adding a receiver, it's adding an entire new layer to the Cowboys' offensive playbook. Now let's talk about the psychological component, because this is something people do not address enough. When a team makes this kind of splash move, the entire locker room feels it. It energizes the offense, it motivates the coaching staff, it sends a message to players that the front office believes in them enough to go all in, and it puts pressure on rival teams who now know the Cowboys are serious about making a real push. Every Dallas skill player, from the running back room to tight ends, benefits from this. The run game improves because defenses can't stack the box when two elite receivers are on the field. The tight ends become more effective because the middle of the field opens up when defenses have to shade coverage outside. Even play action becomes more dangerous because linebackers won't be able to play aggressively against the run. One misstep and Aiyuk or Lamb is streaking wide open down the field. And let's talk about Mike McCarthy and the coaching implications, because this is a storyline in itself. McCarthy has taken heat for offensive stagnation, conservative play calling at times, and situational decisions that left fans frustrated. But now, with Aiyuk on the roster, he doesn't just have more weapons, he has fewer excuses. The fans know it, the team knows it, and McCarthy definitely knows it. If you give a coach two top-tier receivers and a top-tier quarterback, the expectation is not make the playoffs. The expectation is make a deep playoff run, maybe a Super Bowl. And nothing fuels that expectation more than a move like this. And you can bet teams around the league are already scrambling to adjust. The Eagles, Commanders, Giants, every single NFC East team is now dealing with an entirely new version of Dallas. When defenses planned for the Cowboys before, the formula was relatively simple: stop the run, double Lamb, pressure Dak, force the ball to lesser receivers. That formula is dead now. You double Lamb, Aiyuk kills you. You double Aiyuk, Lamb kills you. You blitz Dak, he now has two receivers who can win hot routes instantly. You drop back in coverage, Dallas will run the ball more effectively with lighter boxes. This is the ripple effect that only elite receivers create. And now let's talk about something fans love to debate: chemistry. Chemistry between a quarterback and receiver matters more than almost anything else in the passing game. Timing, trust, instincts, these are built over time, not overnight. But what makes Aiyuk special is that he is quarterback friendly. He's the type of receiver who gets open early in routes, he's reliable on timing throws, he sells fakes well, and he knows how to adjust to balls thrown slightly off target. This helps Dak tremendously and speeds up the chemistry process. And remember, CeeDee Lamb is not the type of receiver to get jealous or threatened. He's competitive but team-oriented. Aiyuk isn't coming in to take his spotlight, he's coming to share the spotlight, and Lamb knows that winning cures everything. The Cowboys' offense just went from very good to potentially elite, and that's not exaggeration, that's just the reality of adding a receiver of Aiyuk's caliber. Now, of course, there are concerns that must be acknowledged. Major trades always come with risk. Injuries are unpredictable, and Aiyuk has dealt with physical setbacks in the past. Integrating a new receiver into a complex offense can take time, and expectations will skyrocket. Fans will demand immediate results. But risks are part of football, and this is the type of risk that can elevate a franchise rather than sink it. And guess what? Aiyuk is a competitive player. He's hungry, he's been overlooked, he's been doubted, he's been in trade rumors for months, and now he has something to prove. That chip on the shoulder mentality is powerful. When you pair that with the biggest brand in football, the Dallas Cowboys, you get a storyline made for primetime television. And trust me, every Dallas game next season is going to feel like a must-watch event. The energy, excitement, and potential of this offense will make fans tune in even if they aren't Cowboys supporters. The NFL is built on entertainment, and there is nothing more entertaining than an offense with multiple game-changing receivers. And speaking of entertainment, think about the explosive plays we could see: Aiyuk torching a cornerback on a post route, Lamb dragging two defenders on a slant, Dak rolling out and hitting Aiyuk on a broken play, both receivers stacked on one side creating mismatches, or a defensive coordinator screaming into his headset because he has no idea how to stop the Cowboys' passing attack. This trade has set up the Cowboys to create those moments. And as we wrap this up, let me say this: moves like this don't happen often. They reshape franchises, alter divisions, and shift the balance of power in conferences. Brandon Aiyuk joining the Dallas Cowboys isn't just big news, it is a landmark shift in the NFC hierarchy. If Dallas maximizes this opportunity, they could turn a playoff-caliber offense into a championship-caliber offense overnight. So buckle up, Cowboys fans. This season isn't going to be normal, it's going to be electric, unpredictable, explosive, and absolutely unforgettable. And if you're excited about this move, smash that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment. Is this the move that finally pushes Dallas to the Super Bowl? Because if Aiyuk plays the way we know he can, this might be the beginning of something special. Thanks for watching, and let's get ready for a wild season.